Hello friends, Tal here, and welcome to a pretty normal, little bit different video that I'm going to be doing. Basically just talking about where I've been recently. As you all know, I did a bunch of pre-patch videos. That took a lot of time and energy and effort because I was trying to churn them out like twice a day, getting ready for the pre-patch. And obviously that was on Tuesday. Today it's Friday. A lot of time has passed. What have I been doing? What have I been up to? What's my next, goal? What's my next project? All kind of stuff I'm going to answer in this video. Before anything though, I do want to give a shout out to specifically one person that has become my first Patreon patron, I should say. I'm not going to say his name outright because, I don't want to. I think Patreon gives me like real names of people, and I don't want to say their real name because that would be fucking rude of me. But big shout out to that person. Thank you so much. I think I can find. Let me see if I can find his Twitter real quick because he did tweet at me. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, you should. Not because I post anything. Really, honestly, I post some stuff every once in a while, but nothing that would be really too crazy or ridiculously good or anything like that. Give me just 1 second while I find.
Vindicators and exarchs of the past. Heroes all, their souls still remain.
All right, so let me see. Okay, so this person did tweet to me, but I think it's using his real name too. I'm just gonna go ahead and say Randall. Thanks, Randall. You're a goddamn, gentleman and a scholar, and I want to thank you for being the very first patron. Yeah, I keep saying that incorrectly. But anyways, guys, just gonna be talking about what I've been up to, what my plans are for the future. Right now, you can see I'm just doing an easy heroic dungeon here on my protection paladin, and that's actually really important to know because essentially what I'm doing is I'm trying out all the tanks in as many different scenarios as I can here on live. Now obviously I played them a lot when I was doing all my testing on the beta, so I have a lot of experience with them there, but I don't have experience with them in a live situation in some of the more difficult content. Honestly, the beta dungeons that I was doing, it's not difficult, that's leveling dungeons. It's not going to be a good representation of what it's like to actually play the tanks. For example, this week I was playing my Brewmaster Monk through all of Mythic Hellfire Citadel. Now, there is no better way, I think, in my opinion, of forcing myself to get comfortable with a spec that I've openly been saying that I'm not super comfortable with, than to force myself to go through what is still the hardest content in this game. Now, it is nerfed. It's not, at its full strength or anything like that. But at the same time, all of us on our different classes and specs aren't at our full strength. We're lacking important things to fill out our gear and our kit. Jesus Christ, that was a lot of camera shaking. My healers, not all of them are super comfortable with what they're doing. My co-tanks and everything, like they're still learning their characters. DPS are not doing as much as they used to. All that kind of stuff just kept in mind. And that's why I really liked doing Mythic Hellfire Citadel on my Brewmaster, because I really got a good chance to see what it's like, what the playstyle is like, what it feels like when you're doing something even remotely difficult. Now, overall, I had some pretty positive experience with the Brewmaster. I did. And my next video after this one is going to be overall my thoughts on all the tanks here in the pre-patch environment and what it's like to play them on live and with more difficult stuff. Obviously, I'm doing a heroic now, so it's nowhere near as difficult, but I did want to give a little bit more testing to the Paladin because I had a couple of revelations as I was playing it. I've been hearing that they're really good, they're really strong, they have damage reduction coming from all sides, but I gotta be honest, I kind of felt helpless as I was raiding on him. I did Zul'Harek and I was trying him out on Archimon during our Mythic raids because I had already done all the other bosses on my Brewmaster, and I wanted to try out the Paladin a little bit. Overall, I ended up switching back to the Brewmaster just because I felt a little uncomfortable with what I was trying to do with the Paladin, but I think some of that was talent choices that have to be changed. And overall, it made me realize that I really want to play them in this live environment so that I can come up with something better to go ahead and give you guys. I want to give you guys some quality content. I want to give you some honest opinions on what I'm doing, what I'm thinking. And that's what the next video is going to be. It's essentially, what are my thoughts on the tanks in a live environment? What is, what do I think is good? What do I think is bad? And then ultimately I'm going to end up with what I'm planning personally to be maining going into Legion unless something crazy changes. Because, of course, you guys know this already. I'm going to be playing all the tanks anyways. I have to if I'm going to keep making content for all of you guys. But at the same time, I do have responsibilities to my Mythic Raid team. And I want to make sure that I'm playing the best tank that I possibly can so that they can, benefit. So that we can try to be first on our realm. Intent has gone through a couple of changes since Miss Pandaria, especially. They've lost a lot of their members. I'm one of the new members that they picked up, and I want to bring us back to that, U.S. 23rd or something like that they were in the past. So it's just something that I'm keeping in mind. But overall, guys, I just wanted to make this quick video just to let you guys know that I have plans for what I'm doing. I've been kind of taking a step back and relaxing a little bit. All the pre-patch videos, they were not long videos, and they weren't exactly hard to make, but it was very stressful trying to come up with all of them very quickly before the pre-patch launched, especially when the beta realms felt like they kept going down every 2 seconds. I kept logging in and getting a message saying, oh, beta realms are going to be reset in 5 minutes, and then I'd get stressed out, and I'd have to wait a little bit longer, and it was a little bit of a stressful thing, but I think that overall it worked out just fine either way. And I've just been taking this time to relax a little bit and get my bearings straight for what I want to be doing. Now, obviously, you guys should know that Legion Invasions and the Demon Hunters will be coming out soon. Of course, I'll be recording that. I'll probably be streaming that more than anything. That's what I want you guys to kind of get in the habit of knowing, that I will be making videos, but at the same time, when things are happening, I will be streaming it as well. The only reason I didn't stream Tuesday was my UI was all kinds of fucked, as most people's UIs probably were. Add-ons weren't working, things were a little wacky, and I don't want to record something where like my SCADA's over here taking up a bunch of the room because the embedding isn't working on LVUI and all that other stuff. So do keep that in mind, guys. Basically, my next video will be about my overall thoughts on the tanks in a pre-patch live environment, what I think is good, what I think is bad, what I'm planning on maining unless changes happen. And, of course, when Demon Invasions and Demon Hunters are unlocked, I will be streaming that, so get ready to see that here on my channel. I always stream on YouTube Gaming, just so you guys know. If you ever want to know where I'm streaming or what I'm doing, anything like that, it's on YouTube Gaming. It'll be either an event that's already been pre-planned so you guys can see when it's going to start, or it'll just start randomly on my channel depending on which of the two stream settings I use to do on YouTube Gaming. Finally, I do want to call some attention to a couple of things people keep asking. I get a lot of people that ask me constantly what my UI is. Now, while it may look a little bit different right now, especially since the video that I made, I do have a video that talks about specifically what my UI is. I have an entire video about that. I go over what my add-ons I use, I go over what my preferences for things, and so if you guys want to see what my UI is, look up on my channel my UI video, because it's there. It's there for you guys to see. Ooh, what did it... Codex... Oh, I've been waiting to get this! Oh my god. Okay, guys. You guys don't know this, but this whole talent change thing has been pissing me off, and I'm going to link it to my guild real quick because I need them to know that I have this now. It's actually really important to me. Okay, that's really, really important. The talent change thing has been, along with the camera change, has been two of the most awful things in this game right now. They have been causing me the most amount of frustration over anything else. But I'm glad that I finally have that to make everything a little bit easier for myself. So I'm really happy about that. But anyways, overall, I mean, I might as well finish showing you the last boss. I was going to end this early as soon as I was done talking about all my points, but we're right at the last boss, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, guys, just please look at that video. It tells you what my UI is. It gives you a clear understanding of everything that I use. The only thing that I know for sure that I should do, because a lot of people have been asking, is my WeakAuras and how do I make them, all the kind of stuff. Now, I'm not super keen on the idea of posting my WeakAuras on like a pastebin or anything like that. I don't know how to do it. I'm sure it's easy to find out, and I'm sure that I can do it at some point. The problem is that I need to figure out where to post all of them, because there's a lot of WeakAuras that I use. I make a bunch of stuff, but I think I'm more liking the idea of doing a video about how I make WeakAuras and how I approach that. So I think I'm going to do that before the expansion launches for sure, and just give you guys an idea of how I specifically make mine, and maybe I'll post some of my WeakAuras onto like the video description, and then let you guys know like basically I'll post like how I make these groups here in the bottom, and then you guys just replace the spells with like the spells that you use. But just keep that in mind. The UI video exists. I'll do a video about how I make WeakAuras, but don't expect my specific WeakAuras or my specific UI to be uploaded anywhere, because I honestly just don't really want to do that. I think it's more important for people to learn how to make their own weak auras, or make some sort of weak aura as well. But I might be able to put the paste bin, or not the paste bin, but like the script into the video description so you guys can just copy paste it. Pretty much all the weak auras I use are mine, besides two that I use on my Brewmaster, specifically because I don't understand how to make the code for it to show up. But everything else is pretty basic, it's pretty easy. I don't do anything that's too crazy with the different coding because I honestly don't know how to, and I don't think that you really need too crazy stuff for WeakAuras. But I definitely recommend that you guys look up my UI video, and I will have a WeakAura video coming soon after that. But remember, the very first video that's going to be coming after this one is my overall thoughts about the tanks in the pre-patch environment. But anyways, guys, again, shout out to Randall, first Patreon patron. I'm really excited about that. I need to revamp my Patreon a little bit because I want to have a little bit. I need to add some more rewards and kind of move things around. But I don't really have too many rewards to give, so it's really just me figuring out how exactly I want to do that. But yeah, guys, I really just want you all to appreciate, as we're getting closer and closer to 1,000 subscribers, I want you all to know I appreciate the fuck out of all of you guys. It's crazy to me to think that this many people give a damn about what I say in every single video, how my thought process is, my opinions on things. It's crazy to me, but I appreciate all of you greatly, and I want you to know that I'm not stopping here. This is going to keep going. This is going to be bigger and better. I'm going to be getting. I can't wait till I actually start doing my big videos, where it's just my how to tank videos, and I'm going to be going over every single raid boss and what you need to worry about them as each class, and I'm really excited for that. I want to thank all of you guys. I appreciate all of you guys, and I hope that you all have a fantastic day and that you're having fun here in the pre-patch. I can't wait to see you guys in Legion. Have a nice day.